Shri Ganapati Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to all to chapter 2 of Avadhuta Gita along with singing of its lyrics with brief meaning. Atha Dvitiyodhyayaha Chapter 2 Avadhuta Uvacha
बालस्य वा विषयभोगरतस्य वापि मूर्खस्य सेवकजनस्य गृहस्थितस्य एतत् कुरोः किमपि नैव न चिन्तनीयं रत्नं कथं त्यजति कोऽप्यशुचौ प्रविष्टम्.
Avadhuta said, a guru may be young or an enjoyer of worldly pleasure. He may be illiterate or a servant or a householder, but none of these should be taken into consideration. Does one give up a gem dropped in the dirt?
नैवात्र काव्यगुण एव तु चिन्तनीयो ग्राह्यः परं गुणवता खलु सार एव सिन्दूरचित्ररहिता भुवि रूपशून्य पारं न किं नयति नौरिह गन्तुकामान्.
The teachings of a guru should not be judged from the standpoint of literary merit. Indeed, intelligent people accept the quintessence is not a boat, though unpainted and ugly, capable of carrying passengers across the ocean.
प्रयत्नेन विनयेन निश्चलेन चलाचलं ग्रस्तं स्वभावतः शान्तं चैतन्यं गगनोपमम्.
The motionless Brahman possesses all that is movable and immovable without any effort. It is by nature calm, conscious, and all pervading like space.
अयत्नाच्चालयेद्यस्तु एकमेव चराचरं सर्वगं तत्कथं भिन्नमद्वैतं वर्तते मम.
Truly, that omnipresent Brahman alone guides effortlessly all that is mobile and immobile. Then, how can that non-dual Brahman be different from me?
अहमेव परं यस्मात् सारासारतरं शिवं गमागमविनिर्मुक्तं निर्विकल्पं निराकुलम्.
Since I am that supreme beatitude, I am beyond the essential and the non-essential. I am free from birth and death, doubt and confusion.
सर्वावयवनिर्मुक्तं तदहं त्रिदशार्चितं सम्पूर्णत्वान्न गृह्णामि विभागं त्रिदशाधिकम्.
I am without constituent parts, so I am worshipped by the gods. Since I am that integral being, I do not acknowledge differences between gods such as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva.
प्रमादेन न सन्देहः किं करिष्यामि वृत्तिमान् उत्पद्यन्ते विलीयन्ते बुद्बुदाश्च यथा जले.
Ignorance cannot create any doubt in me. Why should I care about the waves of the mind? They appear and disappear like bubbles in water.
महदादीनि भूतानि समाप्यैवं सदैव हि मृद्रव्येषु तीक्ष्णेषु गुडेषु कटुकेषु च
As softness, hardness, sweetness, and bitterness are ever connected with their respective objects, so cosmic intelligence and other elements are always pervaded by Brahman.
कटुत्वं चैव शैत्यत्वं मृदुत्वं च यथा जले प्रकृतिः पुरुषः तद्वदभिन्नं प्रतिभाति मे.
As water can be hot or cold or warm and still be the same water, so also Prakriti, the matter, and Purusha, the spirit, it seems to me are identical.
सर्वाख्यरहितं यद्यत् सूक्ष्मतरं परं मनोबुद्धीन्द्रियातीतम् अकलङ्कं जगत्पतिम्.
Since Brahman is subtler than the subtlest, it is devoid of appellation, it is beyond the senses, the mind, and the intellect, it is the ever-shining Lord of the universe.
ईदृशं सहजं यत्र अहं तत्र कथं भवेत् त्वमेव हि कथं तत्र चराचरम्.
When Brahman is such a natural entity, how can there be I or you or this movable or immovable universe?
गगनोपमं तु यत् प्रोक्तं तदेव गगनोपमं चैतन्यं दोषहीनं च सर्वज्ञं पूर्णमेव च.
Brahman has been described as being like space, and truly like space, it is all pervading. Brahman is pure consciousness, omniscient and full.
पृथिव्यां चरितं नैव मारुतेन च वाहितं वारिणा पिहितं नैव तेजो मध्ये व्यवस्थितम्.
Truly, Brahman neither moves about on the earth, nor is it carried by air, neither is it submerged in water, nor does it dwell in fire.
आकाशं तेन संव्याप्तं न तद्व्याप्तं च केनचित् सबाह्याभ्यन्तरं तिष्ठत् अविच्छिन्नं निरन्तरम्.
Space is fully pervaded by Brahman, but Brahman is not pervaded by anything. It resides inside and outside and is undivided and uninterrupted.
सूक्ष्मत्वा अदृशत्वा निर्गुणत्वाच्च योगिभिः आलम्बनादि यत् प्रोक्तं क्रमादालम्बनं भवेत्.
Because Brahman is subtle, invisible, and without qualities, whatever methods have been prescribed by the yogis to realize it should be followed one after another.
सतताभ्यासयुक्तस्तु निरालम्बो यदा भवेत् तल्लया लीयते चान्तर्गुणदोष विवर्जितः.
It is through constant practice of yoga that the mind no longer clings to any object, and when objects cease to exist, the mind vanishes into the final cause, shunning good and evil.
विषविश्वस्य रौद्रस्य मोहमूर्च्छाप्रदस्य च एकमेव विनाशाय ह्यमोघं सहजामृतम्.
There is only one infallible antidote for the terrible poison of worldliness, which produces the coma of delusion, and that is the innate ambrosia of Brahman.
भावगम्यं निराकारं साकारं दृष्टिगोचरं भावाभावविनिर्मुक्त अन्तरालं तदुच्यते.
One can think of the formless and a form can be visualized, but Brahman is neither being nor non-being. It can be termed the innermost one.
बाह्यभावं भवेद्विश्च मन्त्रः प्रकृतिरुच्यते अन्तरादन्तरं ज्ञेयं नारिकेलफलाम्बुवत्.
The outer manifestation is this universe, and the inner manifestation is called Prakriti or Maya. Realize Brahman, which is said to be the innermost of the inner, like water within the kernel of the coconut.
भ्रान्तिज्ञानं स्थितं बाह्ये सम्यग्ज्ञानं च मध्यगं मध्यान्मध्यतरं ज्ञेयं नारिकेलफलाम्बुवत्.
Knowledge related to the outer world is false. True knowledge dawns within in the pure mind. Realize Brahman, which is the innermost of the inner self. It is like water within the kernel of the coconut.
पौर्णमास्यां यथा चन्द्र एक एवाति निर्मलः तेन तत्सदृशं पश्येद्विधा दृष्टिर्विपर्ययः.
As one sees the moon as only one and very bright on the full moon night, so one should perceive Brahman as one and luminous. Dualistic vision comes from false perception.
अनेनैव प्रकारेण बुद्धिभेदो न सर्वगः दाता च धीरतामेति गीयते नाम कोटिभिः.
As dualistic vision comes from false perception, so a man of diversified intellect cannot realize the omnipresent Brahman. Only he who is pure attains the serene state of Brahman, and his name is prized by many.
गुरुप्रज्ञा प्रसादेन मूर्खो वा यदि पंडितः यस्तु संबुध्यते तत्त्वं विरक्तो भवसागरात्.
No matter whether one is learned or illiterate, if he but realizes the truth through the grace of the Guru and through the grace of his own intellect, he is released from the turbulent ocean of Maya.
रागद्वेष विनिर्मुक्तः सर्वभूतहिते रतः दृढबोधश्च धीरश्च स गच्छेत् परमं पदम्.
He who attains the supreme reality is free from attachment and aversion, is devoted to the welfare of all beings, is serene and possesses a steady intellect.
घटे भिन्ने घटाकाश आकाशे लीयते यथा देहभावे तथा योगी स्वरूपे परमात्मनि.
As the jar space becomes one with the cosmic space on the destruction of the jar, so the yogi after death merges into his real nature, the Supreme Self.
तेयं कर्म मुक्तानां मतिर्यान्तेऽपि सा गतिः न चोक्ता योगयुक्तानां मतिर्यान्तेऽपि सा गतिः.
It has been said that the followers of action, that whatever state they desire at the time of death, they attain. But this has not been said about the followers of yoga.
या गतिः कर्मयुक्तानां सा च वागीन्द्रियद्वदेत् योगिनां या गतिः क्वापि ह्यकथ्या भवतोर्जिता.
The destiny of the followers of action can be described by the organ of speech, but the goal of the yogis is inexpressible because it is not an object to be acquired.
एवं ज्ञात्वा त्वमुं मार्गं योगिनां नैव कल्पितं विकल्पवर्जनं तेषां स्वयं सिद्धिः प्रवर्तते.
Knowing this, one should not imagine any particular path for the yogis. They give up desire and doubt, and therefore their perfection takes place spontaneously.
तीर्थेवान्त्यजगेहेव यत्र कुत्र मृतोऽपि वा न योगी पश्यते गर्भं परे ब्रह्मणि लीयते.
No matter where a yogi may die, whether it be in a holy place or in the house of an untouchable, he never again enters into a mother's womb. He merges into Supreme Brahman.
सहजमजमचिन्त्यं यस्तु पश्चेत् स्वरूपं घटति यदि यथेष्टं लिप्यते नैव दोषैः सकृदपि तदभावात् कर्म किञ्चिन्न कुर्यात् तदपि न निबद्धः संयमीव तपस्वी.
He who has realized the self, which is innate, unborn, and inconceivable, is not contaminated by any evil, even if he acts in whatever way he likes, and once he is free from ignorance, he cannot perform any action. For that reason, the self-controlled mendicant is never bound.
निरामयं निष्प्रतिमं निराकृतिं निराश्रयं निर्वपुषं निराशिषं निर्द्वन्द्वनिर्मोहमलुप्तशक्तिकं तमीशमात्मानमुपैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman, which is pure, unparalleled, formless, supportless, incorporeal, desireless, beyond the pairs of opposites, devoid of delusion and of undiminished power.
वेदो न दीक्षा न च मुण्डन क्रिया गुरुर्न शिष्यो न च यन्त्रसम्पदः मुद्रादिकं चापि न यत्र भासते तमीशमात्मानमुपैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman, which neither the Vedas, nor initiation, nor tonsure, nor guru, nor disciple, nor symbolic diagrams of mudras, that is, hand postures, can manifest.
न शाम्भवं शाक्तिकमानवं न वा पिण्डं च रूपं च पदादिकं न वा आरम्भनिष्पत्ति घटादिकं च नो तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman which has originated from neither Shiva nor Shakti nor Manu. It is not a lump of flesh, nor has it a form nor limbs such as feet or hands. It is not an entity like a jar which can be designed and finished.
यस्य स्वरूपात् सचराचरं जगदुत्पद्यते तिष्ठति लीयतेऽपि वा पयोविकारदिव तेन बुद्बुदा स्तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman from the essence of which both the moving and the unmoving world emanate, in which they rest and again into which they dissolve, as foam and bubbles arise from the modification of water and then again subside in it.
नासानिरोधो न च दृष्टिरासनं बोधोऽप्यबोधोऽपि न यत्र भासते नाडीप्रचारोऽपि न यत्र किञ्चित् तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman which is beyond knowledge and ignorance and which is not manifested by any such disciplines as controlling the breath, fixing the gaze, practicing postures, or exercising the nerve current, that is the movement of the Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna.
नानात्वमेकत्वमुभयत्वमन्यत अणुत्वदीर्घत्वमहत्वशून्यत मानत्वमेयत्वसमत्ववर्जितं तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman which is neither many nor one nor both nor another. It is free from minuteness, largeness, vastness, and emptiness. It is devoid of measurement, dimension, and sameness.
सुसंयमी वा यदि वा न संयमी सुसंगृही वा यदि वा न संग्रही निष्कर्मको वा यदि वा सकर्मकः तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman whether he is a self-restrained ascetic or not, whether he possesses much wealth or not, whether he is active or inactive.
मनो न बुद्धिर्न शरीरमिन्द्रियं तन्मात्रभूतानि न भूतपञ्चकम् अहङ्कृतिश्चापि न भूतपञ्चकं तमीशमात्मानपुमैति शाश्वतम्.
The yogi attains that eternal supreme Atman which is not the body, senses, mind, intellect, or ego, neither is it the five uncompounded elements, nor the five gross elements, nor the nature of space.
विधौ निषेधे परमात्मतां गते न योगिनश्चेतसि भेदवर्जिते शौचं न वा शौचमलिङ्गभावन सर्वं विधेयं यति वा निषिध्यते.
When the yogi attains that supreme Atman, he transcends the injunctions and prohibitions of the scriptures. There is no idea of purity or impurity, nor can any evil thought arise in the undifferentiated mind of the yogi. Anything forbidden to others is permissible to him because he is beyond all rules.
मनोवचो यत्र न शक्तमीरितुं नूनं कथं तत्र गुरूपदेशता इमां कथामुक्तवतो गुरोस्त द्युक्तस्य तत्त्वं हि समं प्रकाशते.
The mind is unable to grasp Brahman and speech is unable to express it. What to speak of the instruction of the Guru? Indeed, Brahman is entirely revealed unto him who has assimilated the instruction of the Guru who declared that truth. इति श्री दत्तात्रेय विरचितायाम् अवधूत गीतायाम् आत्मसंवित्युपदेशो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः. Here ends the second chapter of the Avadhuta Gita of Dattatreya, entitled Self-Knowledge. Namaste Sharade Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Twamaham Prarthage Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Namaskara.